Hi, friends. So this is definitely a question you see on the Algebra Keystone. It's called ordering numbers. Right now we're doing ordering decimals, but you'll be asked to order different numbers on the Keystone exam. You could order from least to greatest or greatest to least. So what you want to do is set up a table of place values that will make your life a lot easier. I have different steps here. So I gave an example and gave 3 different numbers. And then I told you the steps. Step 1, you want to first look at your whole number. Okay, so we know for sure, since this is an 11, this is going to be your smallest number. Okay, so this one we can already say will be our smallest number. Okay, so I'm just, since it says order from least to greatest, I'm just going to put a 1 next to here because I know that's my first number. Okay, now I have to decide between these 2 numbers because they both whole numbers start with a 12. So we already did this step. Step 2 says all numbers should go to the same place value. Fill in zeros. So this says 12.45 and this says 12.457. So this goes to the place value of thousandths. Okay, this only goes to a place value of hundredths. Okay, so I need to make it go to the thousandths spot. So I'm going to plug it in with a 0. So now that I will be able to compare the two equally. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now put in the first one. I have 4, 5, 0, and right underneath I'm going to put the other one. 4, 5, 7. Okay, and then I'm going to go straight across until I find a difference. So this one's 4, this one's 4. Neither of them are greater, neither of them are smaller, so they don't help us. This one's 5, this one's 5. Same exact number, same thing, they don't help us. However, this column, this is a 0 and this is a 7. This one's bigger. So that means this number's bigger. This came from this one, so this is the bigger number. So saying least to greatest, so this is the biggest number. So that means this is the smallest number, this is the second smallest number, and then this is your biggest number. So as you can see down here, I put 11.47 is smaller than 12.45, which is then smaller than our biggest number of 12.457. And that's how I ordered those numbers from least to greatest. Okay, let's try another one. This time it says order from greatest to least, but there's an extra step you have to do. Okay, you have to do an extra step because all the numbers weren't given to you in decimal value. So you're going to have to take your nifty grifty calculator, and before you proceed at all, you got to convert all of these to decimals. So you're going to do 2 divided by 3 equals 0.666. So we're going to do 0.6 with a bar over it. So I remember that 6 is repeating because that might be important later on. We'll see. We're going to do 5 divided by 8 equals, that's 0.625. So that's a terminating decimal. And we already calculated this one. This was 0.25. So I'm just going to rewrite them down here to make it cleaner. So I have 0.27, we're going to say 66, so they're at the same place value. 0.7. So remember, it goes out 1, 2 decimals, 1, 2 decimals. This is only going out 1 decimal, so we got to fill in with that 0, so it's 2 decimals. So this one is 0.625. This one goes out 3 decimals. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 5 and above, you give it a shove. So this is a 5. So I'm going to make this 0.63. to make it only go out 2 decimals like the rest of them. And then we have 0.25. Okay. So now we're going to look at, first, we're just looking at this number. So you're going to first compare your tenths, all right? So these are my tenths. I have a 2. Is anything smaller than a 2? No, I have another 2. So now I have a 2, 7, and a 2, 5. What one's smaller, 5 or 7? The 5 is. So I'm sorry, I was just doing least to greatest. So let's do greatest to least. Well, I can flip it. So if it's least, it would be on this side because we do greatest on this side. So it's 2.5. So this is the smallest. Okay. Then this would be the second smallest. Okay, so I got them off. Now let's see. We have a 6 and a 6. Okay. So what comes after the 6? Another 6 and a 3. Okay, which one's bigger? The 6. Okay. So the 3 is smaller. So it would be 0.63, right? And 0.66 is bigger. Okay. And then the biggest is the 0.70. Now we always want to double check our work to make sure we did it correct. So 0.7, 7's the biggest. Okay. Then we have 2 6's. Okay. We say 6 6 is bigger than 6 3. Does that make sense? Yes, because 6 is bigger than 3. We're good there. Now we have 2 2's. We said 2 7 is bigger than 2 5. Is 7 bigger than 5? Yes. So this is the order of these numbers from greatest to least. Okay. So now take some time, do your questions, your practice, and order your numbers and sequence them. Okay. Have a great day now. Bye.